Want to be sure you are getting the most out of your retirement? For all the years of your retirement? That's the primary goal of More Living with Jim Brogan and our Dollars and Cents segment, where we provide you with an important financial tip that will help positively impact the quality of your life in retirement. And now, here's Jim with this week's Dollars and Cents tip.
How can you confidently spend more money for retirement income in retirement? You know, the reality is most people are not really planning seriously to make bequests to their family when they're gone and leaving them a bunch of money. 75% of people in a recent survey had said, according to Investment News, it's really not important to them what they leave behind. And therefore, many retirees, according to a recent study, unnecessarily cut back on discretionary spending in retirement. So what is the single biggest thing, according to this study, that causes people to confidently spend more money? And maybe more importantly, how true is the assumption that it makes, and what kind of advice can I give you on that? So the one thing that seems to give people a license to spend more in retirement is having higher guaranteed income sources. What are guaranteed income sources? Typically, this would be a higher Social Security benefit. That would include pension assets, which I understand, are becoming fewer and further between in today's workforce, and income annuities that are kind of like a pension. Well, it's a pension type annuity that provides guaranteed income for life. The amount of extra discretionary spending for consumers that have higher guaranteed income is really quite significant, because people think more about guaranteed income sources differently than they do savings, because people don't want to eat into their savings too much. And as I've said before, we don't retire on savings, we retire on income. Now, how do you create higher guaranteed income? And is that the key to retirement success? I think it is one of the important factors. But there are different ways to increase your retirement income that's guaranteed. One is your Social Security strategy. That's certainly a very, very important idea, because people are living longer and longer lives, and you can never outlive your Social Security income under current rules. And it's important to understand how spousal benefits work, how widow and widower benefits work, divorced spousal and widower benefits. All those things are critically important to understand in order to maximize that Social Security income. And if, for example, you have a plan to draw structured income to get you to age 70, and then you go on Social Security and your income's so much higher, you really don't need to touch your savings much. Well, that can give you a lot more freedom and flexibility to spend money in retirement. Now then, income annuities are also becoming more and more popular, where they guarantee an income for life, yet if it's done the right way, the kids can still get whatever's left. The thing with income guaranteed annuities is they do have a cost, and somebody's going to have to bear that cost. More often than not, the cost is borne by the estate or the people inheriting your wealth. In other words, when you set up something like that, there is a cost. The benefit is higher guaranteed income. The cost is you're more than likely not going to pass away with as much money because of the cost of those guarantees. That's just common sense, right? And I could sit down with you and look at any potential product you'll be looking at it, and I can talk to you about that cost and show you that cost, but then what the trade-off of the benefit is. But you know what I think the number one thing is that we can learn from this study? Having a plan where you can confidently spend money in retirement is the holy grail to retirement confidence. And certainly guaranteed income is part of that, and Social Security election is a huge part of that. The bottom line is, if you construct a sound financial plan and you understand how it's going to work and how it's going to evolve, you also understand that markets are unpredictable, and there's going to be good markets, there's going to be bad markets, but you have at least somewhat of an understanding of how you're going to be insulated from the impact of bad markets, bear markets, and you've got a plan to mitigate that effect, and you can feel more confident in your income, then you can just be more confident in retirement. So I think the biggest takeaway is having a well-developed plan. Certainly maximizing guaranteed income should be a part of that plan, which is pension, Social Security income, maybe an income annuity. But the bottom line is having a well-structured and organized plan that you can understand, and you understand the trade-offs between, higher guaranteed income versus what's left behind for the family.
That's our Dollars and Cents segment for this week. You can find this week's Dollars and Cents segment and others by visiting BroganFinancial.com.